Hello, you guys can have a seat.
Oh, I should go grab an Earth Day flyer.
Seniors. All right, we're going to call to order the Almont Downtown Development Authority meeting, April 22nd, 2026 at 7:01 p.m. We could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. I'll do Angela's job since she's not here. Scott White, Steve Schneider,
Present.
Tim Dyke, Holly Miller, present. Melissa Schneider,
Present.
Charlie Kroll,
Present.
Julie Johnson.
Present.
Do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
We do. We have additions. They're in red on your agenda, and there's a sheet with the additions and deletions. Under discussion, I have the Bite into Almont and Christmas in July. And then deletions, the bills payable, under bills payable, the Village of Almont print release, that's deleted. I spoke with Dale and explained that that was supposed to be included in our office operations line item. And he said, oh, that makes sense why you haven't been billed for it. So he told me to delete it. And we do not have our A or B from the treasurer's report for this month. I was told that there was some issues with Avid data and the computer, and we will have to do March and April together next month.
January and February and March and April, right?
No, we did January and February last month.
In March.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
No, yeah, we did
Yeah.
that in March. Yeah.
Okay.
Is anybody concerned with the fact that with our new clerk treasurer, we're not getting financials?
That's something to discuss under the bookkeeping proposal, to be honest. If we are gonna raise that.
I mean, I guess short answer is yes, but also I've been assured that it is being handled, so.
Sounds like a very vague answer.
I say we can talk about it when we get to the bookkeeping proposal, because yeah, I'm sure we all have lots of things to say when we get there.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have any communications? No. Do we have any public comment on agenda items? No. I need an approval of consent agenda, please.
Support.
Motion made by Steve, supported by Tim. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approval of minutes. We need an approval of the March 25th, 2026 meeting minutes.
I only have
We don't have any corrections.
I just have one item. It'll look perfectly done with one concern. So on page 2 at the top, approval of minutes, and there at the bullet point, motion made by, if I'm reading this correctly, Julie Johnson, and her name is crossed out. So it was Scott White approved it, and then Scott White supported it. So is it supposed to be the motion was made by Julie and supported by Scott? We have Scott doing both. The way
No, I think.
am I misreading it?
Let me pull up those meeting minutes because I'm pretty sure I put Julie's name twice and that's why I had to delete it. I will pull them up. Hold on 1 second.
It just says motion made by, it doesn't say who supported it.
That would be,
This is Scott White supported, passed unanimously.
Showing Julie as a red line.
I see.
that's March's meeting. No, that would be February's. Oh,
No, it's March's minutes,
Yeah,
but
it's in February, yeah.
I had
um,
to change the date.
Yes, it was made, motion was made, put in the meeting minutes, motion was made by Jay Johnson and supported by Jay Johnson. I had to delete her name under, I think Scott was the one who made the motion and Julie supported. Or was it the opposite?
I can watch, I can figure that out and.
If not, then that would be correct. If it was flip-flopped where Julie was the one who made the motion and Scott supported, then I would have to correct the supported by line.
Do you remember, Julie, when you made that motion?
I believe, off the top of my head, I believe that Scott made the motion and Julie supported. But that's just,
Oh, so then I see where that would be where I need to correct it down here. To Jay Johnson.
We just want to make sure,
Yep,
especially since it's, a reappointment.
I don't know why that. All right.
Scott and I, since Scott's not here, let's make him make the motion. And support it by
No,
Julie.
I will make sure, I will go
Okay.
back over and I will
Okay.
make sure that it's
Yeah, just-
correct.
Otherwise, the minutes look just fine. There's a motion to approve the minutes.
With those corrections,
Yes.
support.
Motion made by Steve, supported by Tim. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Great. Approval of bills payable. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. We all agreed, as did the village, that we were not paying the admin fees for the police billing. And now Dale is trying to force us to pay them again, and in my opinion, kind of left Angela a rude note on the bill and put it in her inbox and said, why has this not been paid?
I will say, I said, we talked about this and the board voted to not pay it. I know that he's working on an admin fee schedule. I don't know what the status of that is, and he just said, well, it's an outstanding invoice, so he has to give it to me.
I went back and I saw where we made the payment for 37, like back in July, I think it was, of 2025. Was there an original invoice of $5,370.33?
Yes, and then remember, we had the breakdown of all of the
Oh, and we
hours,
decided
and
not
we
to.
took the admin fees off and paid.
And the admin fees are not the police's admin. That is the cost that they are charging us to figure out how much time the police spent on us.
Is that still under discussion
And
by the village?
To my knowledge, we weren't applying admin fees at this point.
Okay, so. Any further discussion? If not, then I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve the bills payable in the amount of $3,025.02.
motion made by Melissa, supported by Steve. All in favor? Aye. What do we need to do to get that balance taken off, Tim?
I will have a discussion with them.
Okay.
And I don't mind saying the board voted not to pay it again, and.
Right, but you're not
this
the
is why.
person that can tell him that that charge needs to go away and stop coming back.
Right.
Can you email me the original bill you got? Or is it on here
It's
already?
in here, yeah. It's the one that's got some chicken
It's just-
scratch on it, right there.
Oh,
Flip it back over.
I have the original, I'm sure I have the original
Oh.
invoice somewhere, and then I have all the breakdowns of charges, and I have the meeting minutes for why we.
Send me that in a PDF, just so I have all the information, and then I'll have a conversation.
Thank you. We are skipping straight to reports then. Item A, DPW report. I have no question or comment other than, when do we change our banners again? Or do we not change them again until,
So I wasn't gonna do them now until Hometown Heroes, just
And when would those go up?
before Memorial Day.
Okay, I'm just
I
curious.
told everybody the deadline was May 1st, so I'll
Okay.
order them that week. And then
Okay.
I felt like at this point, it's probably not worth DPW costs to.
Put a different
Also, I was
payment
kind
for
of
a month.
waiting for spring weather, and then we had
Spring and then winter again.
Yeah.
It's weird. Okay. I don't have any further comments unless anyone else does. Item B, APD report. The only one that would know would be you. Do you know why the headings on the report changed? Because there isn't one that says DDA anymore, Tim.
I will ask the chief.
I know. And I assume it's one of the two business checks, but it just doesn't say DDA anymore.
I can ask.
Yeah, that'd be my only
Chief
question. Like, why
Lewis.
did it change? I just don't know which one is ours now. I can guess, but I don't know.
But it would be nice to have some clear.
Right? For sure. I'm sure there's a
There's
reason.
one there.
but-
Are you talking about? There is a DDA building check too.
Is there?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Where?
but then
I was gonna say, I swear.
Am I
I saw
blind?
it.
and then a business check.
There's a business check. Where's the DDA?
A
It's under
building
D.
check. Are those?
Oh, it's on the second page.
Yeah.
Second page? Oh,
I mean, there would be some
there it is.
outside of the
Thank
the
you.
DDA
Okay.
buildings that
There's two different alphabetical, so probably didn't see it.
There
for a
is.
second alphabetical.
Yep. I did not. Okay, thanks, Melissa. Don't ask Chief anything then. It's there.
Yeah, if it's, I know only getting billed to the DDA if it's
Yeah.
listed as,
Yeah.
but they did change it. You
Thanks,
say building check DDA right under,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so they probably just changed the name and
Yeah.
it's alphabetized.
Yep. Okay. Item C, Director's Report. It's lengthy.
Was a busy month.
Did anybody else read it all?
I did.
So Heritage Festival planning is going really well with, I mean, I don't want to jinx us, so I don't say anything, but it's going well. Summer events, we'll talk about those under discussion. Birthday cleanup, all my, I assume seniors, if you're here. If you need volunteer hours, birthday cleanup will be this Saturday. And we'll give you lunch. You can scan my handy QR code or find the Sign Up Genius link on Facebook. We would love to have you. Right now we have 15 people signed up, which is pretty low. AYBA cleanup is the same day though, and we all draw from like the same pool of volunteers. So hopefully we get more signed up. Hometown Hero Banner program is going a little slower this year than it did last year, but I think a lot of people who signed up last year are trying to give, I have mostly new signups. So that's
That's good,
kind
though.
of cool to see.
Yeah.
The American Legion consumers came out on Monday to remove that. The survey, I have not gotten anything from them officially, but all the posts are out. And there is overlap with two people's properties, not just the lock shop. So that's going to be something we'll have to deal with in the future. Well, there's something, the accident, I did reach out to the individual and the insurance. The Monday after our meeting, I didn't hear back from the individual. So on Thursday, I was desperately trying to find a way to get a hold of the insurance company. And so I was like scouring everywhere for an actual like phone number, email address that was going to get responded to. And I saw that I could file my own claim online. So I did that. So that is in process. I now have a claim number. I have an adjuster. And then I got an email back the day after from the individual who offered to pay a lump sum of half of the money, which at that point I asked the adjuster what to do, and she's like, there's already a claim filed. Like, there's not a chance it's going to get denied because you have a police report and they were ticketed for it. So I'm just waiting for the check. But so that is good. We have a new business coming in downtown in the middle of May. She is already in Almont, but she has been wanting to get into the downtown, so she'll be moving into where the Village Shirt company is. So I think their last day is the end of this month, and she said her move-in day is May 15th. It's Finds and Designs. She's the sweetest woman, and she's super excited to be in the middle of the downtown.
So is Village Shirt going out of business?
Their last day is April 30th. And there's lots of other stuff, but those are all the things I can think of off the top of my head. Let me make sure I don't have any notes. Yeah.
Thank you. New business, item A, finance, bookkeeping proposal. So we all agreed on a proposal to give to the village manager, and the village manager has countered our proposal, and it is attached.
So before we get into any lengthy discussions, I would just like to recommend that I was given this on Monday. I think dollar amount wise, that needs to be something that the finance committee goes over. But I think we should, just to not delay it anymore, if we can look at it with it in mind that the dollar amount is just a placeholder at this point, I would just like to make sure there are no verbiage. If everybody agrees with the concept and verbiage or disagrees, what we need to change. That way, when we come back at our next meeting, once the finance committee hasn't had time to meet, we don't have to, we can get it all corrected at once, if that makes sense. Oh, and also the other thing I would like to incorporate in this currently right now in our budget, we have a line item for office operations. We added that 3 years ago. We didn't ever have it before. And that is for, Dale gave me the list of what it includes. For our office lights, heat, water, sewer, cleaning, snow plowing, lawn mowing, window washing, parking lot maintenance, printer lease, and building insurance. So we added that $3,000 line item. The second year went up to $3,500. And last year, they raised it to $4,000. This is the first time, and shame on me, when we added the line item, I should have thought we need to have it in writing what it includes. I think so that we don't have multiple agreements to renew every year, every 3 years, or whatever. I think since he's already incorporated stuff outside of the scope of just bookkeeping, maybe we include it all together in the same agreement with a singular cost and budget line item, and make sure there's no overlap, because right now just in the brief amount that I've really had a chance to talk to him about it, the printer lease, he had included it in this new proposal, but it was already included in our office operations. So I feel like if we combine them all together, it may be beneficial. You're giving me that look.
I feel like we're really getting nickel and dimed. And I've said that before, and I will continue to say it. This went from, we're so happy to do this for you, to we want a couple $1,000s. We want money for rent. We want money for the printer. Now we're going to charge you per copy. And now we're going to itemize everything we do to you and add things to it that are not things that I even want them to do for us. It's getting so out of control. I'm not a fan. That's all. I mean, there's a lot more, but the finance committee needs to look at this. Yes, there's a lot of things I disagree in the scope of services. I don't want them responding to resident inquiries related to DDA matters. Give them our phone number, say that's a DDA matter, here's the phone number. I don't want them responding. That's not their place.
So I think maybe finance committee should go through it and come up with a number, and then maybe joint committee should meet.
I would also like finance committee to look at alternate options and see what alternate options would cost us. Because for us to offer 3,000 and them come back with Dale come back with 6,000 is ridiculous. When it was nothing for the last how many years?
I'm also wondering, I thought that the tax capture invoicing was part of our bookkeeping and financial admin,
It is.
but now it's being separated as a additional category.
I think he's just trying to accentuate every single little thing that is done
Yeah.
to make it make sense that he wants to charge us twice what we were offering.
And that $6,000 figure looks like a negotiating tactic to me.
And that's kind of why I was like, if we can
Go-
just,
Go to the extreme, so, and see what he gets out of
I
it.
don't want more work, but QuickBooks is really cheap, let me be clear. And it doesn't take that long, and printing financial reports from QuickBooks takes about 5 minutes after you have already input everything.
I hate it when it won't open for me, but yeah.
but no, okay, so number aside, we're all in agreement that we need to have a detailed agreement in writing of everything that,
Everything that the village wants to charge us for, yes.
but I mean, we can take, we can take out whatever we want to take out or add stuff in, and we can say we already pay 4,000 in this. Numbers are placeholders. We already pay X amount in office operations. Several of these things are kind of taking money from both ends. Meanwhile, like, we're paying for building insurance, but we also pay our portion of the village insurance. So I feel like we're kind of paying double there too. But so maybe we can come, and I said, is this negotiable? And he said, sure. I said, do you object to putting them all together and detailing out everything that's included? And he said, not at all. So I think we can meet. I'm hopeful that we can meet in the middle somewhere. But Tim, do you agree that we should, well, you're on finance. Finance committee agree that we should have a finance meeting and then potentially a joint committee meeting?
I think finance meeting first, we'll determine what we think.
Right.
This board and that committee, that committee needs to recommend what we think is correct. Then I think we need to get this board's opinion on what they think. Then if there's still concern, at that point, send it to the joint committee so we can discuss it there after it's been hashed out here.
Is village council even aware of this? Or is this just Dale doing what Dale thinks should be done?
I think some members of village council were aware of it, and I think in my opinion, I don't think it's Dale trying to nickel and dime. I think it's Dale trying to consolidate. The village over the last few years, as you know, is trying to accrue the expenses that it incurs in all departments. And I think it's I think it's his take at trying to, I think it's his take in trying to accomplish that. So it's in one concise place so it's not all over the place.
And I do think,
I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think it's Dale trying to put the hammer down on the DDA. I think we're trying to find mutual ground for all the expenses that are incurred, so it's in one place. Everybody knows where it's at, and it's fair to everybody.
and I do think conceptually, we do need all of this stuff written out,
Agreed.
because people leave, and then like verbal agreements and understandings you had with people.
You see exactly what happens when
You know,
people leave.
So
Now we're being asked to pay $10,000 a year, yeah. Between office operations and bookkeeping. Yep. It's a lot.
I don't like how these are like negotiable prices either. I honestly, I don't, I want it to be like a flat fee. Like, how can you say it's gonna cost us $6,000 when 3 of the line items are TBD? So you're gonna make them
And who's
equal
determining that and how? And,
I can't answer that.
yeah,
I didn't write the agreement,
right.
so I can't.
I would say that 2 of the line items we don't even need.
well, and also like the tax capture invoicing, we didn't pay. Okay, so technically, yes, the last year, what LDC, they only did that for us, but before that, they also did the they also did the $3,000 line item. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not all they did for us for $4,000. They did everything except shared office equipment allocation.
And I know you said you didn't want to talk about numbers, but I'm sorry. How are we coming up with something that ends in 70 cents? Like, if you're going to give me a number that says $1,323.70 based on last year's volume, where does that number even come from? And what permits do they process for us?
Road closure,
That
which I'm legally not allowed to process
you
myself.
write out the application and they hit send.
Yes.
I fill out the entire application and do the maps, and she has to log into her portal to.
But we can't
Send
even
it.
do that. Like, that's not
I
even
know, we're
available
not
to
allowed
us.
to.
So
No.
that's kind of like, I feel like as the parent, like the village being the parent, like that's something like, just like the township, if you had to go through the township to get like some kind of grant, like you have to submit it through them, like you can't do it yourself. I don't think we should be penalized for that and financially penalized for that, I should say.
So I know I'm the one who said let's not talk about, but like just regardless of what this cost is, the shared office equipment allocation, it says $525 would be the annual cost, but then our
And 38
invoice
cents.
says it's $227 and $282, and those are two different.
And what does he think is our proportional cost? Like, where are we getting this? Like, I want backup then if we're going to get down to pennies here. I want backup. I don't know. It's frustrating.
Also, I'm not a fan, and this is not cost. I don't want to have to, anybody else who's in my position, I don't want to have to negotiate this every year. I think 2 or 3 years, and we can have like a little clause in there, like unless there's excessive, I don't know. I'm sure we can have something that makes both parties feel comfortable, but when you're already in budget season, having to negotiate.
Would something like a 3-year contract with a 1-year review because
Yeah.
we've never done this before. So
I agree.
So if you have a 3-year contract with a 1-year adjustment, fair adjustment, because one price might be up here and another price might be down here. We don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm fine with like actually just like going through it together annually, but to have to renegotiate the whole agreement every year seems like honestly like a waste of multiple people's time, yeah, and effort, and like, that means the clerk is gonna have to run all of these numbers and document, like, but that's something we can discuss in finance too, but as long as we all agree that something like this needs to be in.
We need this stuff. I mean, we're not doing it. Another party is doing it. Obviously, it would be nice to have the village do it, but if it is something that we're being charged higher than what we could get from another party, like, that would not be in our best interest, unfortunately.
And when we're not getting things on time and we have to question the accuracy of things, and that's just not a recent thing. We've caught a lot of issues in the last year or so here. Like, I don't think we should be paying this kind of money for what we've been getting.
The annual cost that's being presented is not legitimate. I mean, if you were in a court of
It's
law.
a made-up
and
number.
it's all
No.
TBD.
Well, and also,
It would never get into evidence.
I think the
They kept
$3,000
lost.
was pulled directly from our
And he's
agreement
trying to,
that we gave him, but isn't invoice processing and check issuance part of financial administration, or no? I mean, obviously he broke it out, but like,
just, yeah.
I don't know. We can meet with finance committee and then joint committee if we need to, but is there any other?
I'm sure Scott will have a lot to say about it in finance, so. And I would like to see his opinions and thoughts on where else we could go for service, or if he's willing to take some of it on and I can help, or whatever. That's a lot of waste of taxpayer money.
If this isn't agreed upon by when we need the budget, is the village still helping us out with the budget, or should we be concerned
The only
about that?
help we need from the village for the budget is just to get our reports printed. Honestly, we don't need help in setting our own or planning our own budget.
Okay. So we just need
We just need
financials.
our reports,
before
and our
next
reports are
month.
not updated or accurate at this time, so.
That we don't really. I mean, Kim used to give me. I mean, she would not like negating the work she did, because she would put it together for me, but it would just be what our actual was, and then she would had some formula for inflation, and that she would say this should be your, as long as you're not increasing anything crazy or planning on getting rid of anything, this is what you're looking at for next year. So I can figure out.
As long as we're aware of the fact that our budget has to be approved by council.
When does it have to be approved by? Or when would it be the last time that, like, the second meeting in June?
Second meeting in June, all budgets have to be approved by June 30th.
Yeah, so we would need to technically have our budget by next meeting, and financials by then too. Okay.
We're just gonna have, finance committee is just gonna have to probably have one, maybe not one, maybe we can split it up into 2 meetings, or one long one, and go through the budget and the proposal and.
I would say table it to finance committee and some investigation.
Makes sense.
Okay. Discussion, item A, Earth Day.
Earth Day is Saturday. Everybody, Earth Day is Saturday, 9 to 1.
Please come.
You don't have to stay the whole time. However many hours you need, we're happy to have you.
Item
that's it.
B, bite into Almont.
So the events committee met and we discussed not doing Jeep and Cruise Night this year because it wasn't of much impact to our businesses. we've come up with an event for June and an event for July. I basically summarized everything on here just so you could see, but so Bite into Almont is going to be in June. It's kind of going to have like the same premise as Chili Crawl, except every restaurant can make whatever they want, like a bite or two portion of anything they want. If it's something new they want to try, test out with the community, something like they make all the time, that's a fan favorite, whatever they want. I'm going to have a like trophy for every, however many restaurants sign up, I'm going to have that many trophies, and they're all going to be like different categories, because that way every restaurant has something to show for it. Then there's going to be retail business, other businesses can do sales and specials, and it'll just be, I think, a fun summer night. And then we're going to do Christmas in July, in the middle of July, and there'll be Christmas decorations, Christmas themed sales and specials. There's a lot of other smaller ideas. So we had like a raffle basket like we do for Small Business Saturday, but I'm going to try to have the participating businesses donate things to put in the basket. Hopefully, pictures with Santa. I have reached out to Santa. He is checking his schedule for availability and is worried that his summer beard will still be in, but I said that will fit the theme.
Yeah.
So I just would like the events committee to pick any of the flyers. I am not partial to any of them, and tell me which one we want to go with so that I can get it out to the businesses. What?
I mean, you can guess which one's my favorite. I like the America Santa. He's so cute.
I really do too. But
Especially it's our 250th anniversary.
I know, but then I thought, are people gonna think that that's
Oh, political. Yeah, I don't like that.
political, and are they gonna think that I'm like making light, like we're kind of in a
Okay, let's stay away from
I
that.
just didn't.
That's a really
I
good
loved it,
point.
and then I started
do
thinking,
too.
I'm like, I don't really want.
And then you went ahead and overthought it.
I did. I did overthink it from every possible. Could this cause drama?
And I was like, as much as I love that one, all these other ones are so super cute too.
So
I love them all.
Fine with.
You could still do like some sort of red, white, and blue background.
I know. But if you're not doing it till middle of July, we'll be past that. And so that's fine. Just, I mean, go full on, you know. I don't know what I like. I would say I like the top two past America Santa, the other two on the top a lot. I like having Santa, beachy Santa in the picture, in the flamingo. Super cute. I would say whichever one looks better on the screen, because obviously in print,
Yeah.
there's not a huge difference here.
I think like the middle one is just didn't. I think I literally just adjusted the brightness of the colors.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's pick the difference.
Yeah, I would say whichever one you think looks better in on the screen, Angela, honestly, unless anyone else has a different opinion. I like both of those a lot, though.
I did the middle one first. Well, it's not just on the screen though, because I'm gonna have flyers, and I think I wanted brighter colors, so I thought it would print better, but it doesn't.
Well,
look
print,
like it really
I like
does.
the middle one better.
Well, they don't have any other differences, so maybe I'll use one on the screen and
Okay.
one for fly. Nobody's ever gonna know that
No.
it's two different things.
Okay. Item D, Heritage Festival. Watch the Heritage Fest meeting, although we didn't really have that much to talk about or deal with. We're in a pretty good place, and we've got our systems in place, and
We are checking off
Yeah.
boxes left and right.
yeah, truly. So, okay. Old business, nothing really. Do we have any public comment on non-agenda items? No. Board questions and comments. Mr. Steve?
Good.
Tim? Melissa?
Just for the meeting minutes, are you all high school students? Thank you.
Charlie? Julie? Angela?
Oh, I'm good. I'm excited for Earth Day.
Yeah. We're excited for Earth Day. You can just show up. You don't even have to register, just show up. We'll be happy to have you in your hands to help.
You don't have to register, but if you think like maybe you might show up.
And stay for lunch?
Stay for lunch. Sign up on Sign Up Genius so that I have enough food for everyone, because.
And you can stay for as long or as little. If you only need an hour of community service, just stay for an hour and we will, come find one of us and we'll sign you off after an hour. That's fine. Thank you all for coming. There's a lot of you here today. I know you don't really have a choice, but thanks for coming. Do we have any future agenda items from the board? No? Okay, we need to go into closed session. Who wants to make that motion?
Should we wait to make that motion until we sign all of their slips so that our time is accurate?
Why don't you come on up and
I think they should wait outside the closed session. How are you doing?
Good, how are you? Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, too.
Yep, thank you.
How are you doing today?
there you go. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Okay, who wants to make that motion?
I'll make a motion, to enter into closed session pursuant to the Michigan Open Meetings Act, section, 8D, to consider the purchase of real or lease of real property.
Roll call.
Steve Schneider?
Aye.
Tim Dyke?
Aye.
Holly Miller?
Aye.
Melissa Schneider?
Aye.
Charlie Kroll?
Aye.
Julie Johnson?
Are we supposed to have a support?
Was that?
Do we need support for your motion? I don't
think so.
Yeah.
Call this.
I know, just on my
Support.
minutes.
You're supposed to close the doors.
So we're going into closed
what
session
time
at
is it?
7:43.